In this video, we are going to discuss how to add auth to our MCP. If you search MCP with auth, then you will come on our official website, understanding authorizations with MCP. Just open that documentations. Over here, they have defined how to add authentications. So MCP uses auth 2.1. So we are going to develop our auth 2.1 server. So auth 2.1 will not be available to the studio. So they have shown the practical example where they have defined what is a metadata discovery services and how to initial handshake is going to work, how the auth server discovery is going to work, then client registrations. So basically, if any applications, let's say the client is using the chat GPT or client is using Gemini or client is using Claude, so every client has to register on your auth server. So there is a client dynamic client registrations DCR concept is going to get used. So we are going to develop that in a practical way. So if you scroll down, then authentications, how it is going to work, then they have given practical example. So what MCP server has suggested to use Keycloak server, but we are not going to use Keycloak server. So they have mentioned that this server is not for productions. For demo purpose, they have defined how to use that. But we are going to implement our own way. So let's get started with this video. So when you come to the documentations, if you visit our code, then there is a one pocket-based schema is there. So if let's open the pocket-based schema. So in the pocket-based schema, we have defined which tables are required. So over here we have auth client, then auth authorizations code, then auth tokens, then auth refresh tokens. Those are tables are required. So if you are using MongoDB or if you are using MySQL, you can create this table in your database. So let me show you my database, what I have created. If I visit to 127.0.0.1, then I have auth access tokens where my access token is getting stored, auth client where client information is getting stored. Now auth clients, then auth refresh tokens. So this 4 table I have created. Now let's jump to the second documentations in auth setup documentations. So what this document explain? This document explain how to set up this code. So in this, we have to first create this for table that we have already done it. Now there is one script npx asx script setup auth client.ts. This is going to create my database. Then environment configurations. If you come to the env.example, then you have setup over here host. You have to rename this setup to .env. Over here, you have to replace your pocket based token, then retry limit and everything was over defined over here. Now you have to run this command. So what it is going to do, it is going to generate one secure secret. So let me run it. Let me clear my window. Now let me run it. So this token it has generated. So where to add this token? You have to add this token in your env. Generate RSA key. So let's generate RSA key as mentioned in the documentations. Okay, it has generated my two RSA key.private.pem and key.public.pem. Never. Okay, so we have keys and we have added these two keys over here. Now we have to install the dependencies. We have to run npm install. If we check our package.json, what is get changed? So previously we have these libraries. Now we have added decrypt. Then course was previously there. .env was previously there. Then we have added express rate limiting, express validations. Then helmet we have added. JSON web token we have added. Pocket base previously there. UID was previously there. There are few dependencies we have added in this. Okay. Now we have to run npm run dev. So what npm run dev is going to do is going to open my server locally. Okay, so now let's check the code what we have modified. So over here we have added auth modules. In the auth module we have added client registrations. So we have added few logics to add client registrations, dynamic client registrations. Then we have some middleware to validate whether the users are valid or not valid. Then we have auth servers. Then we have token managers. Now let's start the code and let's check it what it does. So what instruction says. So it says we have to run npm run dev. Let's run it. Npm run dev. So when you run npm run dev, it gives the following URLs. So if you open npm run dev, okay, let's print it. So it is displaying my resources. Where is my resources located? What is the scope of this support, and following information it provide. Now let me open some more URLs. Authorize. So authorize is giving unauthorized because we are not authenticated yet. If we click on registered, register is not also not going to work. So how to test these things? Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to use Visual Studio for testing. On the first video we have shown how to run and test these things on Claude, but for this time we are going to show it with the Visual Studio. Okay, let's start. So we are going to follow the previous step only. So what we are going to do, we are going to open a command palette. Okay, so there is some error resource coming. I think we forgot to change env. Previously we have some modifications we have done in env. So let's do the changes in env. So over here we have to add localhost, as we are not testing with the uh, cloud tunnel. We are not using the Cloudflare tunnel. We are going to replace this with the is your URLs and these things with localhost. Okay. Okay. Now I've added my localhost. Now let's try to run it one more time. Now if I try to add my MCP server, there was some error like the previously we have added MCP, so it was taking that URL. Now let's try to add MCP one more time. Let me close this window. Let me close this window also, and let's open the command palette. Then let's click on add new MCP. Now we are going to select HTTP and we are going to add MCP. Let's add this URL. My MCP PMS MCP. We are going to define global scope. Now it is going to ask me for authorizations. So once we open, it will ask for authorizations. Now it will ask me to open my Visual Studio. Let me open authorize it. Now the authorizations is done. Now open the chat window. Now let's me open the new chat window. Now in this I'm going to ask show me my task. Now it is going to show me only my task. So it is using my authentication token. So if you check the database again, and if you refresh this token client, so previously there is a Claude entry was there. Now if you check, Yeah, so localhost redirections. Over here it has added new entry. Just now it had added this new entry. Then in this also there is one new entry was added, localhost 3001. Previously we have some different entries. Yeah, over here it has added code. So it is using Visual Studio. So now it is using my authenticated users only are allowed to access this MCP. So that's it for this video.